look even more dead inside because that's what I'm going for. I should like take a few seconds to go post this shit on Facebook, but I don't really want people to come to my live stream so they can try to have arguments with me. Cause I'm gonna get invested. I just like recording through the live stream format. I think it makes things easier. So you're probably like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about today? I am tired of hearing this nigga whine about the same old shit for the last 3 years. I don't have to anymore. I really don't. And I need to commend Respawn right off the bat. Let me get my camera right so you looking at my face. Respawn, I personally commend you for everything you have tried to do in Apex Legends. And honestly, give it a week, give it 2 weeks, give it a month. People might actually catch on to what the fuck Respawn is trying to do. But it's ironically painful because now a gaming company has created a game, a mainstream game, like pretty much designed to be as fucking like mainstream as possible. Am I right? The only thing that's not mainstream about it is the actual IP that it comes from. It is a battle royale based. I really don't want to call it an objective based game. I really used to think it was, but the only objective is really killing other people. So it's a battle royale style. Like the word deathmatch just doesn't seem right enough, but it's really more like war from PUBG. It's like if war was PUBG and they created a competitive version of that, this would probably be like the closest thing. But they took the Titanfall spin on it. They added the sliding, the movement, the guns. They added the tacticals. They buffed the tacticals to give ultimates. So, I mean, because it's a class-based shooter as well. I'm liking what they are trying to do. Oh, wait, hold up. Big Meech's first phone call after being anorexic due to Dex. Dexter. Okay. So, this is my actual gripe with the game because I'm sitting here. I'm like left, right, up, down. It's good. They're doing great things. And you know, the problem aren't the returning Titanfall 2 players. Problem aren't the people who have played PUBG or Fortnite and they're trying out a new battle royale for the first time because at least they have the common sense to know how to defend themselves. And if they drop without a gun right by another person without a gun, chances are they're going to punch the shit out of them and jump them like what would happen in real life. Rather than run around like an idiot scrambling for a gun and getting shot in the back. Better keep your eyes on your opponent. Basic karate shit, nigga. This is my gripe with the game. Ironically, my gripe with the game is not a gripe with the game itself, but it is a gripe with the lowest tier of the player base per usual, because there's nothing solo about this game. The closest you will get to a solo legend is Gibraltar, and the only reason he is that solo is because his fucking tactical allows him to heal people. That's pretty much it. Like, if somebody gets down, you can revive them behind the shield. If you need to heal, you can do it behind your shield. You have your arm shield for blocking shots. But other than that, Wraith can help you catch up. But her tactical is completely solo. Tracking can give you information, but I don't think either of his abilities affect your team and allow them to see anything. Pathfinder has a zip line for himself, bruh. Like, well, his tactical is a grappling hook, and his zip line is like all ultimates are team based. They're supposed to help the team in one way, shape, or form or another. Even a defensive bombardment can protect your team while you guys do shit, so on and so forth. I think Caustic and Mirage are supposed to be the strongest solo, hence why they were locked at launch behind a paywall. So if you wanted to pay to play these characters early, you could, but in the meta, I think they're probably going to be way crazier, especially Mirage and his whole decoy pinging enemies thing. Now let me get back to my main point. The lowest tier is player base. The pretty much below casual to casual members of this player base are pretty much getting thrust into the most complex experience of their life, whether they played Siege or not. Because let's be real, as a Siege player, there are what I will say you're constantly worried about: sounds, information, angles, team positioning. Like, and I mean resource management. So off the top of my head, those are the 5 things that that's where my eyes are bouncing from on the screen. You could take all 5 of those, add in the information from pinging. Oh shit, low battery. Low battery. Add in the information from pinging, jump master system, the new way that you have to interact in the environment. If you've never played a fucking movement-based shooter, and this is a halfway house movement-based shooter, there's sliding. You can abuse sliding to move faster. No wall running. So, you got these people who can barely keep focus on an AI fucking enemy in a COD campaign, and it takes their whole fucking clip to kill one of them. And you are going to thrust him down the side of a fucking hill with a strong-ass alternator and expect him to bust shots at somebody who's played Titanfall 2 and knows what it's like to swing halfway across Angel City with an R101 in your hand, busting at niggas left and right in midair. What do you expect? Like, I'm not going to say we, because I don't even consider myself one of the highest tiers. I was like one of the upper tiers, like second to last tier of fucking Titanfall players. I could take people like Inequity. Honestly, I think I could take Dinosaur on a good day and actually not come out on top, but do marginal enough so that my ego isn't destroyed. So, that being said, I think I know a little something about this. Y'all ain't been there for what you need to be there to understand what's going on. Like, some of these kids I've played with already, like, they don't even understand why you can't turn your vertical sensitivity up or down independently. Because y'all niggas need to learn how to look up. Oh my God, bro. I wish this nigga was watching my fucking thing so I could be like, nah, but he ain't stopping this stream right now, kid. I love you, Brian. You're my brother, bro. The nigga didn't answer. That's all I got to say, bro. No, like I was saying. Damn, completely threw off my train of thought. These kids, they have not seen this shit before. Like, honestly, like, Titanfall was a underrated, unloved game. It's amazing y'all niggas like Apex Legends, probably because it's free, broke-ass bitches. We told you Titanfall 2 was the same thing, but better. Y'all niggas ain't won by. Second of all, don't be surprised Respawn put out another good game. They've always been putting out good games. I think they did Singularity. Singularity was fucking nuts. For it to be so indie looking, that joint was actually fun as shit, especially on PC. Keep getting thrown off track. Back to the reasons I fucking hate this game, which has nothing to do with the game itself. Well, there is one reason, but we'll get to that soon. So, on top of kids not having the basic skills, not even kids, adults too, not having the basic skills in order to defend themselves in this game, pinging is great. Communication is a great tool, and I love how Respawn tried to take the ping system from Siege and develop it around players that don't use mics. That was beautiful. Being able to give the same important information that I do with my voice, but without giving too much information, like what's around the object, what's nearby, this, that, and the other, not allowing people to walk through the fucking ping and now you know an enemy's there. Simple shit like that changes the fucking game. But communication means nothing if your team does not listen. That is a second, like, it's not even my Apex Legends rant, it's like my player base rant. A lot of y'all niggas that are playing this game do not listen to your teammates. I don't give a fuck who you think you are. You could be 3 times my size, 300 pounds, really think you really with the shits, and I would smack you in the mouth for making a bad decision on my team. Dead ass. And we could scrap, you go grab your gun, it's whatever, nigga. But, boy, people piss me off. Retarded people make me want to kill them, literally. Like, not actually literally retarded people, but people who do dumb shit make me want to literally kill them. Because I'm just like, bruh, in real life, if I was getting shot at and you as my teammate decided to... I still forgot to upload that video. How the fuck to put it way more simply, how the fuck are all three of us in a building? I get down, and you think that the best idea is to stand still and look across the building instead of right below where I am. Like, really? Like, you don't jump down to help me. You don't even look down to assess the situation. You expect me to sit there and act like I don't notice that. Communication, pinging is great, but only with your team. There's no use in me pinging my beacon when I know you're so much of a coward, you're not going to come get it. If there were people there, you're not going to try to fight them. And if there weren't people there, you're still not going to try to fight them. So on and so forth. That shit might be the death of this game. Titanfall is a game where if you're a coward, if you're a camper, if you try to hide, if you try to sit and snipe, you are inherently at a disadvantage. That's Titanfall 2 at least. This game's a little bit different. Snipers are a bit stronger. Hiding is still a weak idea. Hiding is still a bad idea. Yeah, you might be able to ambush a low health enemy, but the less you're moving, the less you're actually getting to cover, the more you sit out in the open and try to snipe people, the more of a chance you're going to eat a shot, and then the rest of their whole fucking team is going to descend on you like wolves. I dare you to sit in the open when my team knows where the fuck you are. I dare you to just sit there, because we're going to descend on you like wolves. All of the old Titanfall 2 players I played with, shout out Jay Dauntless, we was getting it in last night, nigga. We was getting it in, buddy. Ooh, crumbs on my lips. No. It's crazy how I group up with an old Titanfall 2 player and just another communicative individual who has never touched Titanfall 2. And we were wrecking hard as shit. Like, we could have won a couple if it wasn't for me having to fucking go leave early. That being said, that should not be the way a game is. Now, my personal problem with Apex Legends and how it, affects their player base, if they would have actually refined the tutorial, a lot of people would not be making these same mistakes. Now, they would be autopiloting into pinging and doing shit, but it's better than them making the mistake of believing that, that this is Call of Duty and I can shoot somebody in the legs all day. This ain't Blackout, kid. You can't shoot somebody in the legs all day. Or that my shotgun is going to just instantly fuck somebody up at close range. No, nigga, you got the EVA and you're not point blank. This is something you either need to practice in training mode or inherent information you need to understand from playing Titanfall. If you play Siege, I'm sorry, you're probably just gonna pick it up. That's just the way Siege niggas are. I'm not even trying to toot my own horn or jack my dick here, but let's be real. You put a nigga that is actually competent in Siege behind any other game, especially a shooting game, they're gonna pick up the rules. Intuitively. No question. Unless you got carried through Siege. In that case, you're a fucking retard. Good coffee for the morning. Shout out Sherwood, whatever, cafe thingy. But that's that McD's right there. Okay. Well, sorry, I gotta stretch. I'm tired, actually. Tired as hell. On top of the whole, just, I don't want to call it a lack of communication problem in this game because it doesn't exist within the higher echelons of competition. I can tell you right now that all people do is talk and ping. That's all the fuck. Honestly, I can't believe I just remembered this. Hold on. Back in the beginning of Titanfall 2's earliest existence, around the time I first joined TS1, I remember saying, there's going to be a game in the future where verbal communication and visual information, what the fuck did I say? Hey, baby. And visual information distribution is going to be the most important skill you can have. I said it while I was playing Titanfall 2. I remember because this is when Angel City first came out, and we were getting swamped on. We didn't know what to do because we had no communication. I saw communication worked, but communication was going for 2 minutes and stopping for three. You do that 3 times in a row, well, 2 times in a row, then the match is already over. Apex Legends is essentially when Angel City first came out, again and again and again and again. If your team can communicate, delegate resources in between themselves, and you have basic gun skill, and you know how to fucking play a class-based shooter. There's no other way to put it for that one. You know how to use your special abilities. They work well with you. You work well with them. It's almost like being a fucking operator. Your team is only going to be threatened by people like that. Anybody who don't fit the bill for those four, they're trash instantly. They're going to lose at some point or another, and one person can take out everybody in their team, especially if communication, resource management, and delegation is like not the biggest idea in their mind. Then they're gonna pay for it. One thing I've noticed, there's not a lot of ammo in this game. You're picking up 20 rounds from a box, not 30. This ain't PUBG. And on console, y'all niggas know we miss shots. We miss shots to hit shots. That's the motto. So yeah, you need to give your teammate your light rounds, your heavy rounds. When I was playing with Jay Dauntless, he did the shit that I'm basically saying now, and I was saying I wish I would do this shit before he even joined my party. Look, well, I could even quote this man. There is some heavy rounds here for you if you need them. Or better yet, he found a Prowler. Badass SMG for whoever wanted. This man got killed, I think, that same round while he was teabagging somebody he just killed. I still consider him a better teammate than the 90% of y'all niggas. Because he got to the killing somebody. He wasn't distracted before then. He knew when it was time to go, he already knew. I gave my teammates information. They could defend themselves. I can be confident in this gunfight, and if I get downed, I am confident that my team respects me and is paying enough attention to realize when that goes on. Painful, honestly, one thing I'm noticing about the fan base of this game as well, y'all niggas, ooh shit, 10%, this getting closed down soon. Y'all have no inclination to help your teammates. The same problem that's been going on in Siege since its inception. Siege is slightly less of a more team-dependent game. As a matter of fact, I'm about to go grab my charger. Y'all niggas gonna have to wait because this shit getting good. Just a good opinion. Because I'm in here talking big shit. But the gaming community needs it. Oh my god. Stream setup. Stream setup of the gods. So gotta remember what the fuck I was about to say because I was pressed to say it before my fucking thing popped up. Okay, so Siege is a slightly less team-dependent game. One person can just drop in the fucking map and just outplay 5 other people. Apex Legends is not a game that essentially punishes you for your mistakes, though. That's where these games really fucking differ. When you make a mistake in Apex Legends, it hurts you and your team. This is what I mean by that. Let's say you just happen to peek wrong, you get domed, you lose some shield and no health. If you don't have a shield cell and you want to heal, you either have to leave your team, which hurts them, or your team has to give you a shield cell, which hurts them. Where if you had the information, you probably would have never got shot in the first place. That shield cell can be used for a later gunfight. People aren't thinking like that off the bat. They're just trying to get to the next fucking area and find high tier loot. They don't care about managing anything. And I digress. In Siege, you can drop down. People's health are so low that you could just kill them. You can headshot everybody if you're lucky enough, or you can just fuck them up. And if you hold your angles right, you could push back and outplay a whole match, especially if you have the time to do so. You could just sit and move slowly. You don't have the option to sit, move slowly, or fucking, shit. There ain't no finka here. There's really nothing to fall back on once your team dies. Like, as long as your teammates are, if they're in a revived state, you can save them, and even if they're not in a revived state, you get their beacon within 90 seconds, you can bring them back. But Respawn only did that because this fucking game is retardedly team dependent. Like, unlike Siege, it's not about killing here, which I love about Apex Legends. It is not about the killing. There's a lot of killing going on for people like me that really like that shit. But it's not a wannabe mass murder game. It's not about that. It's literally about what fucking... I mean, honestly, I ain't never been to war, but I can tell you, I'm pretty sure it's about what a lot of soldiers deal with. Just in the sense of logical possessions of value on the battlefield, you feel me? You gotta manage those resources. You gotta get the right scopes for your gun. You gotta give your teammates the other shit. You gotta bring it to them. You can't always have them come to you. Honestly, I would love to get 3 military professionals, like, to play this fucking game together and just see how they work. Because they're going to be like, here, let me drop these rounds for you. Let me come to you. You need help? Are you downed? They'd be on it because they protect each other. And I guess the best way I could put my whole feelings about this game is that there's 2 separate teams that you can come into. You can either, well, there's 3 separate teams you can run into. You can either run into a pack of mutts, a pack of jackals, or a pack of whoops. Pack of mutts, they're gonna do dumb shit like a dog would. And who even knows if they'll try to fight you? They might try to teabag and hump your leg. Bad aim. You think they be eating off a street corner their whole life. Then you got jackals. Jackals are scavengers. They're looking for weapons. They're looking for kills. They're just looking to do something. They don't have any real value other than cleaning up on the battlefield before getting cleaned up themselves. And then last are the whoops, which are the people that are good at fighting. And, they rule Apex Legends. 3 people start punching you in your fucking face and not focusing on your 2 teammates after all y'all just dropped, be fucking scared because they're about to do the same thing to your 2 teammates. And by the way, for the record, if all 3 of your teammates focus fire and melee on one person, it will only take 1 more hit to kill them directly after the drop. So why people aren't fucking jumping people, but they want to complain about the fucking damage rate of the melee? Yeah, y'all niggas do not think. You don't think. It's your fucking problem. I really just don't get it, though. So, alright. I mean, I guess that sums up my actual feelings about the game. You are either a part of a mutt team, a jackal team, or a wolf team. A lot of y'all niggas right now are mutts. Like, you're not even jackals, because jackals don't have a game plan, but they're doing something. Wolves have a game plan for whatever reason already. Like, I knew as soon as the first round I was in, I was kind of like, oh, I get this already. So, I mean, I came from Titanfall 2, played Modern Warfare 2, love Respawn like this. It's nothing new to me. Hell. There's one thing that bugs me that I just want to say. Give us back our fucking jump kits, Respawn. Quit playing with me, Mo. I want to run on walls. You take away North Star and the double jumps, nigga. Double jumps on my dusty